Troy Anderson. I'm the builder of this car. I built the car for Steve Meeks out of Flora, Indiana. It's a 1972 Dodge Challenger. The engine is a 5.9 Magnum 1999 model. The transmission is the stock 4-speed. The gear set in the 4-speed has been changed over to an overdrive transmission. Engine, he wanted the newer fuel injection and air conditioning and serpentine belt and all that stuff, so I decided to go with this engine because at the time they didn't have anything available for a Mopar. It was dead water, there was nothing available, so I took the engine, built the engine, found out the engine and transmission wouldn't mount together, so I made a flywheel that adapted the two together, so that's all one off. Then I started with the Pro Charger and the intercooler. Pro Charger did not make anything, so I worked with the engineers of Pro Charger and designed all of the drive system on this car by hand. I started with wood patterns and designed it, and then took off with my mill and lathe and made all of the parts. So this car is technically a one-only car. I built everything from scratch and designed it, so I know there isn't another one out there like it. With the Pro Charger and the intercooler, I have it tuned kind of low right now, but it's built to handle well over 1,000 horsepower if you want it. As suspension goes, I left it relatively stock. It has the Hemi option springs and torsion bars under it. The owner wanted to keep the car somewhat old school in some ways, but high tech in other ways. So I went with the heavier duty suspension so that he wouldn't have wheel hop and all that kind of stuff. Rims, they're Budnick wheels. We had those actually custom ground to fit this car because he wanted the maximum tire he could fit under the back, and it was like right in between all the sizes that they offered standard. So Budnick set up and made us a set of wheels, and I had to measure them like to the decimal point so that they would fit and not rub and all that. So I spent 8 years building this car. I built the car from the ground up. I painted it, laid out the pinstripes. All of the black on this car is not actually black. I airbrushed it to look like carbon fiber. So there's hours and hours of just airbrushing, making that happen. The interior, it was custom built by a upholstery shop in Logansport, and the one thing that I never liked about the Mopar interiors, and I've restored a bunch of them, but they're kind of generic looking for the most part, and for this car I wanted this car to look more high tech. So obviously I wasn't going to be able to go with a stock Mopar interior on this, so a nice set of seats out that look like they do the part, and then they actually got sculpted and refoamed, and it's all real leather. The back seat is the stock seat, but it's majorly reworked to make it look modern and to fit the car, and to make it look like it's a part of the front, like it's a match set to the front seats. I didn't want to have new seats in the front and an old seat in the back, so the door panels are original, but they're all wrapped in leather. The dash pad is all original, but it's wrapped in leather. The gauges have all been refaced and all that, but they're stock. The pistol grip shifter, it's stock, but I did some airbrushing with it to make it look carbon fiber, and just tried to, what I was trying to accomplish with this car is I wanted it to look like a factory concept car and not a all-out chromed out hot rod. So that's why you see a lot of black in here instead of chrome and billet, because I wanted it to look factory.